Like we mentioned earlier this week, Moses, looks like North Battleford's Andrew Albers has finally found himself a new home.
Hey, good for him, too. The kid has been awesome, the way he's kind of pitched and performed. Of course, this is after a season where he spent in Korea. He does return to the majors with his boyhood team. Now, last week, Albers signed a minor league contract with the Toronto Blue Jays, a deal that he says is fair. Reason being, well, after a disappointing season with the Hanwha Eagles of the Korean Baseball Organization, left him a free agent.
With the season in Korea, I wasn't expecting to get a big league deal out of anything. You know, unfortunately, it was going to be pretty unrealistic to expect something like that. So it was all about finding a place that I felt like I could fit in well and where I might get to compete for that opportunity, and Toronto seemed to be a good fit for that. So I was just looking for a place where, you know, I'd be in the mix and get that opportunity, and like you said, then it's all about seizing that opportunity and making the most of it.
The Blue Jays do have holes with their pitching, in particular the bullpen. So an arm like Albers can be valuable. Now, Albers spent time as a reliever in the minor leagues and is ready for whatever comes his way.
For me, it's just about trying to pitch in the big leagues, whether that's as a starter, whether that's as a reliever. To be honest, it doesn't really matter to me. It's just about getting up there and competing at the highest level and getting that opportunity. And again, it really doesn't matter to me if it's as a starter in the bullpen. So when I go down there, we'll see what they feel like is the best fit, and we'll kind of go from there. If they want me to start and try to compete for that fifth spot, I'm certainly open to that. If they want me to try coming out of the bullpen, well, we'll do that. Again, I've had some experience doing both, so hopefully I'm flexible, and hopefully that's something that they like about me as well.
Albers says he'll be training in Saskatoon next month. Pitchers and catchers report to spring training in mid-February. Moving on. Now, if you're familiar with the iconic TV show Seinfeld, then you definitely know that today is Festivus, a fictitious holiday celebrated on December 23rd with quite the different observation. Nariman Issa and the Lloydminster Bobcat players got into the spirit as they celebrated Festivus in this week's Beyond the Boards.
The tradition of Festivus begins with the airing of grievances. I got a lot of problems with you people. Now, you're gonna hear about it.
So we're here to air out our grievances. What do you have for me, Springer?
You know, plain and simple, I think I'm a pretty tall guy, and I stand next to this guy, and I mean, look at him. He has to lower his seat in my truck to the very lowest, so his head doesn't hit the roof in my truck. And every time I hit a little bump, he hits his head, and I have to hear it every single time. But I mean, I'm one of the taller guys. I can only imagine if he's hanging out with Bryce or whatever, how much of a circus show that is. But you know, there should be a height requirement on our team, and I think he exceeds it. So, whatever.
I'd say my grievance is probably with number 3, Cole Joseph-Chak. The kid's so built. He's got such big muscles. He makes us all look like we're so scrawny. Even if we're not, but that kid's got pecs like none other, I tell you what.
Well, you know, I think that my grievance this year would be, you know, this Kevin Dara guy coming in on the team and lighting it up and everything, and here I am supposed to be the only American, and he's stealing my thunder.
And now, as Festivus rolls on, we come to the feats of strength.
Not the feats of strength.
Until you pin me, George, Festivus is not over.
Oh, please, somebody stop this.
Let's rumble!
All right, for the feats of strength, we're going to have the 2 alternate captains. Well, they can't really pin each other, so we're going to do an arm wrestling contest. The thing is, though, there's a little bit of a disadvantage as Gary broke his elbow earlier in the year. He's fine, but we are going to use left hands. We got Mulder, we got Gary. Let's go.
Go.
For a rookie head coach, the first year can be nerve-wracking. Some come with high expectations and reputations to be made. That was the case for Lloyd Comp Barons football coach Aaron Harper. With a sit-down interview with Clara Hanna, we see how the biggest task at hand for the coach, or newbie coach, was making sure his Barons were the best versions of themselves on any given day.
All right, today I'm at Lloyd Comp High School, and I'm going to be interviewing head coach of the football team, Aaron Harper. Now, naturally, tailgating and football goes together, but it's a little bit cold for the cool beverages, so I'd figure I'd switch it up a little bit and bring some Tim Hortons and some Timbits, but I don't know if anybody's actually going to join me for this tailgate party. Go Barons? Yeah, Barons! They're not into it.
How are you?
Yeah,
you
I was
too.
trying to throw a tailgate party outside just for the honor of interviewing you today, but I didn't have a lot of success, so I'm hoping you're going to enjoy this Timmy's with me.
Okay, well, thank you.
Okay, this is where it all starts, hey?
Perfect, yeah, absolutely.
I have a question. Do you actually do some of your game preparation here in the classroom?
Absolutely, yeah. That whiteboard right there is where all the magic goes down. This is Denton.
Kirk in the pocket, getting out of the pocket there.
That's Kirk. This is Denton running a little special route. This is the halves there.
We won't show Vince this, okay?
No, that's fine. Every day, we're in here from about 3:15 to 3:45, and we hash out what we're going to do that day at practice and get ready for the game that week.
This is your first year coaching the Lloyd Comp Barons. Tell me about the experience so far.
It's been great. It's been, I've had tremendous support from everybody, from parent members and our staff at the school, and especially from the players. The guys have given me everything they've got. This is the same place I went to school. I remember taking classes in this exact same class and having a locker just down the corner. So it's kind of funny how it all goes full circle, how you end up where you start and you always come back home.
Old school hoodie or new?
No, this is a newer one.
Incredibly successful first season as your rookie year coaching. You guys finished second in the Wheatland Championships. Maybe describe to me what the season was like overall for you.
Again, I wish it would have ended a little bit better, but I do think it was successful. Every week we got better, and that was our goal. Was just where we started wasn't where we were going to end, and as long as we got better, it was a success. And I know I've talked to a few people who thought that Holy game was going to be a blowout in the finals, and I think everybody that was sitting in this room and in this school knew it was going to be a close game, if not that we were going to win.
Most improved player then?
Kirk Hahn, our quarterback, he was phenomenal for us this year. And he, if you watch the film from last year, he was struggling to shoot some of those balls in there. By the end of the year, he was throwing it all over the place. So it was very, very impressive. I can't wait to see what he does next year.
I'm going to go into maybe touchy territory here.
Sure.
Because all year long, you've got this incredible record. Your third game, though, you get stomped by the Raiders.
Yeah.
The second time you saw them, obviously we still talk about it,
Yeah.
was in the Wheatland Championship final. How often this year were you talking about the Raiders, since they were the only team that had beat you up until that point?
Yeah, no, and I, honestly, as soon as that game was over, we forgot about it. And we knew that if we worked on things on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, on a practice basis, that we would get another chance at Holy and we'd get another shot to beat them, and then we'd worry about them when that time comes.
Now that the dust has settled, take me through that point a little bit.
So we have a great kicker, and we make that kick probably. We probably make it 5 times a week in practice, and he drills it every single time. And for whatever reason, he went out there, and with not a lot of time left on the clock, it was a good snap and a good hold, and he just missed it. But I don't regret making the call to send him out there or leaving our offense out there. He was more than prepared to do the job, and just on that one play, he just missed it by probably a footer.
What do you see this group achieving next year? What are your goals already?
This is going to seem silly to you, but honestly, our goal is just to, get out there the first practice and be the best parents we can be, and focusing on right now the off season and getting better throughout the next year. By the end, hopefully, I think we're good enough that we can win a Wheatland championship and really challenge for that provincial championship. There's also some very talented young kids that need to get in the gym and need to really work hard to fill those shoes. If the grade 11 guys or the grade 10 guys coming up can sort of be the best they can be, they don't have to be Denton Collins, they don't have to be Tom Isaac, they don't have to be our grade 12s, they just have to be as good as they can be, and we'll be just fine.
Okay, so is your message to the grade 10ers then, easy on the eggnog this Christmas season because you have a lot of big shoes to fill next year?
Absolutely. Easy on the eggnog and heavy on the weights. Yeah, get in the gym, guys. We need you next year.
You heard it here first.
All right, that's all the time we have in sports. We'll have more Newcap news and weather for you after the break.